Hi, welcome to this video from the MicroTasker short series of videos. We're going to be looking at the OpenSDA virtual COM board, which is found on various development boards, including the FRDM-KL43. And here I have such a board. This is the chip which we're interested in, this one there. It's close to this USB socket, which is used for debugging on the board. I'm going to connect it now, because we're going to use it in just a few moments. Here we see a representation. This is the Freedom board with the OpenSDA device, which is actually a K20 on this board. And this is the KL43 device. This is the heart of the board because that's where people will be doing their actual development work. Here I have a PC, and we're going to be running a terminal emulator on it. The PC is connected via USB to the OpenSDA device and is seen as a virtual, COM port. It's actually performing, as well as other functions like a debugger and a programmer, it's performing a USB-CDC, that's communication device class, to UART bridge, which means that everything the terminal emulator on the PC will send across this port will then appear as physical UART and will be received by the KL43. All data sent by the KL43 will pass back in the other direction and will be seen at the terminal emulator. This is, however, only the case when the actual baud rate and the settings at this interface here are correct, as we will see in a few moments. So here on the left hand side I have a real terminal emulator which I'm going to connect to the real device. So I open up a port. We see here that the OpenSDA virtual COM port has the COM port number 17 on this PC. There I open the port, and I know that my KL43's low power UART is set up at 115.2 kilobaud, so I can also correctly set up the speed. And now I have communication. I have the MicroTasker project running on this board, which has a command line shell, as we see. In menu 2 I actually have a serial configuration menu. So I'm showing the configuration of this UART. Now I can change this. For example, I can say set baud 19200. Now, as we see, I've actually lost communication with this thing. The reason is the OpenSDA has been informed by the terminal emulator to work at 115.2 kilobaud, and we've just commanded this device to change to a different speed. So at the moment they cannot understand each other. So I go back into the setup of the terminal emulator and I set this down to match my device again, and there we are, we have communication. Now another thing, you notice for a start here that the communication is a little bit slower now, which is obvious, and what I can do in this menu is to save this device. Now if I make a reset, you see that my KL43 comes up with the saved baud rate. I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you have any questions, just ask them. If you need fast development, just get MicroTasker. Simple as that.